After almost 20 years of fighting, more than 6,000 American lives lost and $2 trillion spent by the United States, it looks like the Taliban will have control of Afghanistan, the capital city of Kabul, by the 20th anniversary of September 11th next month. Joining me now for more is Pennsylvania Congressman and retired U.S. Army Brigadier General with more than 38 years serving this country. Sir, thank you for your service. Congressman Scott Perry is joining us this morning. Congressman, nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you very much. And of course, this is an abject failure. This is a catastrophe of, quite honestly, most veterans have a hard time finding the words for it. And it's important to make the distinction. This isn't about the troops or the men and women in boots. This is about the suits in Washington, D.C., at the Pentagon, at the administration, at the State Department. All America was tired of being in Afghanistan, tired of watching their sons and daughters, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters lose their lives and sacrifice years out of country in Afghanistan. And we should have gone a long time ago. But there's a way to do it responsibly. And of course, this is as far from that as possible. Our enemies are laughing, and we're the most capable military on the planet, and a bunch of goat herders using our weapons are running us out of the country. It is astounding.
Yeah, it makes that airlift from Bagram Airfield a couple of months ago look like a total joke now. We left them our equipment. So you think this is the right policy, but just really bad execution, maybe not bad policy coupled with bad execution?
Well, I don't even agree with the policy. I think that the United States of America and the free world has earned the right to maintain a counterterrorism mission in Afghanistan, particularly. I mean, the Taliban is a terrorist organization, and let's remind ourselves that we went there because of Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, and Osama bin Laden, then followed on by ISIS factions in Afghanistan. So this is a terrorist nation that threatens the rest of the free world. So it should have been a conditioned withdrawal. It should have been phased, and there should be a counterterrorism mission of some kind in place in country that has to endure because it's a terrorist.
Right.
It's just a terrorist haven. So the policy is wrong, but the execution there is no execution, right? We left Bagram in the night and didn't even tell the host government we were leaving. They woke up in the morning to an empty airfield that the Taliban or anybody else could have taken over. This is so a breathtaking failure that words really can't adequately describe
that botched Irish exit, sir, from Bagram Airfield. You brought up a point there that people aren't talking about enough. We've got troops in Spain right now. We've got troops in South Korea to make sure North Korea doesn't take over South Korea. That never gets brought up. So fine, Joe Biden said it's not our job to fight the Afghan civil war. But to your point, why not have a small force there that is there? We rebrand the messaging that's there basically as terror prevention, future terror prevention.
That's exactly right. Let's remember why we went to Afghanistan in the first place. And the events of this week are an indicator that it's still an unstable terrorist haven. And so we have earned the right. The United States has earned the right to have a counterterrorism mission. I have said that all along. And that's part of the policy. That's failed policy. Look, this is all at the President of the United States' feet. He owns this completely. This did not have to be this way. And think about this. This happens every single time you let the left in charge of a military operation. It goes back to Vietnam, but it certainly doesn't stop at Iraq or Benghazi and now Afghanistan. They are incompetent. They are incapable. This is just willful negligence, and lives will be lost, and lives have been lost because of these failures. And I don't know if it's a failure of competence or intel or pride or what it is, but this is not the way that the free nation leads anything. It's an embarrassment. And, we're going to have a hard time getting people to wear the uniform. Why would you when you go earn the victory?
I agree.
We have an obligation to be victorious in these things.
Yeah.
Because we can be.
And it's a slap into the face to people like yourself who have served over the last 20 years in country. Quickly, we've only got about 30 seconds left, but you see that scene at the airport, the Kabul airport, and those C-17 Globemasters. Those are those big, giant transport planes. You've got people clinging to the side of these planes. Look at these images. What does this do for Taliban recruiting? This is a good thing for Taliban recruiting, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is. They love seeing this, and they're going to use this to recruit. not only in Afghanistan, but is extremist Islamists will use this to recruit all around the world. And also, I must say this on behalf of all veterans who have served and the lives that are being squandered in this action. Think about that crew on that airplane that had to get that airplane and its cargo, including people out of that country, knowing that there were going to be injuries and likely fatalities caused by the fact that they were taxing it and taking it off. They have to live with that the rest of their lives, too. None of this needs to happen.
Yeah, at least 8 dead, by the way, at Kabul Air Force Base. That we know about. Sir, again, thank you so much for your service. Congressman Scott Perry, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate it. Come see us again.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.